getting on things and being in magazines, which I am, so I am published. You know, doing different things, getting for gigs and whatnot, and sooner, you know, hopefully getting into film and TV and everything like that. But I didn't have an idea that I would win.
Do you have to go through any type of media training or addressing the press or anything? Do they put the queens through any type of training or how to talk with the public or anything like that?
You know, I mean, well, with the pageant coaching, yes, with the pageant coaching, it depends. Like my coaching, because she had been doing pageants since she was little, 4. So she taught me everything, especially in, you know, my interview and you know, what to say and, you know, how to dress, you know, the judges and things like that. And then also the pageant coach, too, as well as you have a pageant coach in the pageant too. So it is, they don't do like media training, but I think that once you have that coaching, because I judge pageants for too, and a lot of girls, they don't know what to say and what not, or how to, you know, dress or what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, because you can, you know, pageants are not sexy. So it's like, you know, pageants are for, you know, pedal and just, you know, doing systems. With this system that she has, it gets us out in our community as well, though, too. So we have monthly missions. So it's like we do a monthly mission, and whatever that monthly mission is, so it's getting us out in the community and talking and interacting with people within our community that we have to do, too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you want more information, where can they get the information to be a part of the throne to be a queen?
If you go to www.todaysamericanwoman.com, you can go on, look at the website, the pictures and everything from the pageant. The pageant is held in South Carolina every June. Go in, look at the information, leave your email address and everything, and the director will get in contact with you if you're, you know, interested in doing it.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you, Miss Tabitha Robinson, for giving us a call and telling us all about the ins and out about being in a pageant. A lot of young ladies would like to know, especially full-figured models, and they want to get into the industry. We want to thank you very much for giving us a call. We're looking forward to having you call back real soon, and hopefully we can get you here in the studio to talk more and be live on TV. But ladies and gentlemen, you can give us a call at 708-343-3906. That's 708-343-3906. Smooth 90.5 FM. Thank you very much, Ms. Tabitha Robinson, for calling in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, give us a call, 708-343-3906, 708-343-3906. We're going to have another playwright coming up in a few minutes.
And with all odds against him, he said he never reached his goal. Said he didn't have the strength to travel that long road. But I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream that I made history. I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream. Now the dream is real to me. No.
Thank you for calling Smooth 90.5 FM. Who's calling in? You're live on the air.
Yes, hi, this is Pam Rhea.
Miss Pam, how are you doing today? You're a little early calling, aren't you? Everybody's today from the Playwriters or Taste of Theater, a little early calling in. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, but it's Pam Rhea, like Billie Jean.
Oh, Tamria. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You would know if I didn't tell you.
Oh, okay. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with you today.
Well, today I'm out here on the radio promoting my play, Angels Without Wings.
Okay, tell us a little bit about Angels Putting on wings. Come on, tell us what we really need to know about angels putting on wings. Come on.
Certainly. Angels Without Wings is actually a ministry in 2 acts on the subject of addictions and recovery.
Okay, go ahead.
What makes Angels Without Wings different from other plays that someone may have seen about addictions is that I focus on the behavior that leads to the addiction and how that behavior got started, as opposed to the substance, because I talk about all kinds of addictions, not just drugs or alcohol. I talk about overeating, spending, gambling.
Okay, so overeating, gambling. Is this play a biopic from your lifestyle as well?
No, actually it's not. What makes this play different, I'll give you the storyline first. The storyline is about an addict that enters into recovery through a 12-step program, but the steps are portrayed as people.
Okay.
And the title characters, the Angels Without Wings, they have names like meeting and church, sponsorship, and prayer. And their task is to help the addict stay on point in recovery and make sure that they meet the next member of the STEP family. And also, their role is to intervene and save the addict from the disease, which is the addiction personified, and the rest of her crew or his crew.
So what got you into doing stage plays? We are actually live. We are live, and all my listeners are listening in all over the country. Tell me, what was it that got you into doing stage plays? What inspired you? What got you into getting that writing bug?
Well, no, actually, I guess I came in a little backwards. Usually people start writing books and plays, and then they find their way to something that they're passionate about. I became very passionate about addictions and the impact on our society and community because of my choice of employment. I'm retired from working for the judiciary in the state of New Jersey, and I saw the impact that this has on us at all levels. We enter into the system through the criminal system, and then it also has an impact with the families. So I worked in several divisions, and I decided that one day I was going to write this. It started out as a skit.
So how many plays do you have underneath your belt, and what would you do?
How many do I have underneath my belt? Well, mostly my thing is I produce other people's plays. I have my own play, Angels Without Wings. I perform it not only in English, I perform it in Spanish.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you look at the 2 plays, you would think that you're looking at 2 different plays because the way I approach the characters is totally different. The reason for that is that although addictions are universal, the way that you enter into addictions is cultural. And that causes the difference in the presentation of the event.
So you write plays, you're a director. So what is it that you would tell people who's trying to get into this industry?
Well, actually, I'm more of a producer. I like to hire directors and oversee the whole process.
Okay, okay.
And what I would like to tell people is to not be afraid to pursue your dream. Because if I had have listened to, I think, other people, and maybe if I had have known what a tremendous task it was, I wouldn't be talking about this play right now. Because when I did my first production of Angels Without Wings, I truly did not know what I was getting into. I did everything wrong. My play should have been a total disaster. It opened off Broadway, and I decided to engage the theater Thanksgiving week. I set the time for I think it was a 6 o'clock or 6:30 opening, and that would have been a disaster under normal circumstances. I sold a lot of tickets because they gave me a really, what I thought at the time was a fantastic deal on a theater. They threw in 2 free days, so I booked it for the whole week. And my logic was I was going to get out there and sell all those tickets, and I did. I sold out the first 3 days to people that I knew would work, but I didn't realize that they were just trying to be nice and paying for my tickets. And what saved my play is my creator sent a stagehand strike that closed down Broadway, and I became one of the only games in town.
Wow. Let me ask you this. I hear a very sophisticated and very distinguished woman behind this phone. Do you feel that this industry is being taken advantage of by being dominated by the males, and leaving the women behind as a playwright? Can you answer that question for me, please?
Well, for me, I don't know about anybody else. I can tell people my experience. Most of my working years, I've had to compete in a field that was dominated by men, so it was never a big thing to me. You know, the people that I came across, the ones that were not very helpful, I just found another way to do what I needed to do.
How many no's or how many doors have gotten slammed in your face just starting out as a playwright?
Well, you know, I'll be very honest. I got more doors slammed in my face when I moved my operations from New York down to where I am now, Winston-Salem. It was a culture shock for me.
Wow. What was the difference?
Well, people in New York, people in New Jersey were very direct. You know, we act like sometimes it's all about us, and sometimes that's offensive to some people. What it is that we're just trying to get our needs met and get our production up. And I didn't realize that when I came here, that the best way for me to proceed was to find people that could give me introductions to the people that I needed to meet.
Okay.
And not to get them on my own.
Wow. Okay. So what would you tell a young lady right now listening to you? What would you tell her how to overcome the obstacles of being a stage producer, a stage production, or how to take their craft serious? How would you tell a young lady right now that's listening to overcome this? Obstacles?
Well, first of all, I would encourage any young person coming into producing that you have to be able to develop a presence. And one of the best ways to develop a presence here is through social media, not just Facebook.
Okay.
You have to utilize everything at your disposal, because a producer's function is actually to be able to make the production happen. Finding funding, finding people to put in place to sell tickets or whatever, and that's one of the best ways. You know, if you have a presence and people know who you are, then they'll be curious.
Okay.
You also have to be able to market yourself effectively. Where I am in Winston-Salem, we are very fortunate to have a small business center that develops entrepreneurs, and they've been one of my biggest tools since I came here. In fact, I'm sitting in their offices having my interview with you. This is my virtual office here.
Wow. I'm not trying to make fun out the state that you're in, but you said Winston-Salem. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Is this the same Winston-Salem with the witch hunts and everything?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like...
You're trying to put us up there in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. You said Winston-Salem. I'm like, Winston-Salem. Oh.
Well, this place is the land of milk and honey.
The land of milk and honey. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love this place.
Not witchcraft. not the witchcraft. Okay, milk and honey. Okay, all right.